from that very strong growth. What does that mean in terms of Brazil's outlook?
Yeah, we have Brazil at stable outlook at Fitch at a triple B rating, which is essentially an investment grade rating. We think that the upward and the downward pressures on the rating are evenly balanced at this point in time. You're absolutely right that there's been disappointing economic performance in Brazil, over the last couple of years, and the sluggish economic recovery is also, something that we have to monitor. Now, we at Fitch think that the economic performance and the weakness that we've seen in Brazil really is a combination of cyclical and structural factors. We think that clearly the cyclical slowdown in the economy, in the world economy, softening of commodity prices, softening in China's growth, tough import restrictions in Argentina are clearly hindering a more rigorous economic rebound in Brazil. But more importantly, there are also certain structural factors that are also coming to the fore in Brazil, and these include some of our long standing concerns in Brazil, and these are like weak infrastructure, heavy and complex tax burden, rigid labor markets, and these are issues that are cropping up again in Brazil. From our perspective, what is really important is that the authorities keep an eye on this economic rebound and are able to address in a meaningful and a timely fashion this slowness in the economy without leading to excessive fiscal stimulus or without leading to more negative debt dynamics in Brazil.
Because the GDP debt ratio is a little bit higher than some other triple B countries, right?
Yes, we're talking here in Brazil of gross general government debt burden of about more than actually 50% of GDP. Now, this is materially higher than our triple B median, which is around 40% of GDP. Similarly, other solvency ratios that we look at, such as interest to revenue, is almost double the one that we see in the triple B category. So clearly, the fiscal flexibility of Brazil to stimulate its economy in a sustained fashion and in a big way is much more constrained than some of the other countries in this rating peers, for example, like Peru, which has clearly got much lower debt burden and has stabilization funds to cope with any economic pressures that it might face.